In this video, I'll show you a practical method of how you can master the pen tool, the shape builder tool, and how to go about it. With practical examples, you're going to test these logos from Arsenal logo, Paris logo, Nike logo, and YouTube logo. We're going to make them using our pen tool and all other forms of tools which I'll show you in this video. So let's start with our Paris logo. So first of all, I'll come here to my panel and I'll lock these other items so that the only item remaining is Paris. So with this Paris, I'll scale it up, then come here and I'll lock it. Then what I want you to do, I want you to take your pen tool and click over here where it says intersect. So once you click on this end, I want you to click on the other end too, this other end. And while clicking on this other end, I want you to click and start dragging immediately. So what we'll do, we'll just click and start dragging. So while you drag, you'll see that you're already forming that curve. So that is how you achieve a curve using a pen tool. So let's make it perfect. So let me just change that to stroke. So fit on screen. So I want you to take your pen tool. First of all, let's reduce this one, something like that, and lock it. Then take your pen tool, click on this end where it says intersect. Then as you can see, this is the pen tool. Okay, so understand, I want you to master the pen tool. I know there are various ways to draw the circle, but I want you to use the pen tool. So what will we do here? Just select this Paris logo, ensure it is locked, then come and select your pen tool and start drawing your circle. So I'll click at this point, click at this point, but wait. So first you have to click on this point, then because we want to achieve this curve, we can use two methods. One, you can just click this point, then click on here, then click on here, then click on here, then this, then that, until you finish at this point. But this is a lot of work because after that it will make you edit a lot of things and a lot of anchor points, and why use that while there is another easier option? So let's just do it so that you can see the disadvantage of doing this. So when you do this, continue that point, that point, that point, that point, that point, that point, that, and that. So when you select this and drag it out, you can see this is, let me make it at 10 so that you can see. When you look at this is not a circle. It looks like a wrinkled circle. So I don't advise using this method because this will make you go back to your direct selection tool and edit all these points, these anchor points, using this icon. Make you drag along all these. And why do that? So let us delete that and let me show you the better way to do it. So just go on this curvature tool, click on it. The curvature tool makes circles, anchor points in circles, which is the perfect tool to use while doing such a thing. So I'll just click on this point, then click on this point, and as you can see, it's already forming the circle. It goes in circles. So I'll click on that point, I'll click on that point, click on that point, and as you can see, it's a perfect circle, not like the other one we had like that. I'll click on that, click on that, and while using a pen tool or a curvature tool, ensure where you started is where you end. So ensure you click at the end where you started. So we started at this point, so I'll just go back with this, not deselecting this, and go back and just attach it here and click on this point. So that is it's a full circle. So as you can see, this one, let me shrink it. This is a full circle, a perfect circle. We can say that a perfect. If you take your time and draw it well, it will become a perfect circle. So the use of, or the difference, that is the difference between this, the curvature tool and the pen tool. The pen tool will create so many anchors, but using the curvature tool, you just have a few anchors, and which are all round depending on the project you're working on. So the tool best for circles, it's the curvature tool. For pen tool, you can use it on these other icons which we are going to discuss next. So that is all about the curvature tool that you need to understand. Just click on this point. Let us do it over here. Click on this point, click on this point, and you can see as we go, we are creating that circle like that, like that, like that. Click, 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 click. But ensure where you start is where you end. So we'll just end at this point so that it's a full circle. So we'll just delete that and do it again. Let us hide this. Then go to our curvature tool, select it, then start clicking. I click there, click over 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 there, there, and end where you started. So to make it a complete circle. So that is it. That is the difference between using the curvature and the pen tool. So let's achieve the curve with this Arsenal logo. I'll just drag it over here, then I'll lock it. So I'll go to my pen tool, click over here, and click over here this end, then scale it like that. So that is the top curve. So if you want to release this, you just go back to your selection tool, and as you can see, this is the stroke that we've just drawn here, the path. So if you want to continue with this, you'll just select this path and go to your pen tool, then continue with either the anchor points. So I'll just click on this anchor point, then achieve this curve. So I'll just come over here. So for curves, ensure you use the 2 points. So for this point, we want to achieve this curve over here. So I'll just select this point, then come to this point where you want it to end, then start. Immediately you click on this point. So I'll just undo that, then just undo that, then select our path, go to our pen tool, click at this point, then immediately you click on this end, just start dragging. And while you drag, you'll see that we're already achieving that curve. So we'll just ensure it's very okay. That is so perfect. So I'll just, after drawing like this, don't leave. After you have achieved this curve, go back to your anchor point. After you have achieved this curve, go back to your anchor point and click over there. Then while on this anchor, go to this anchor point where it ends. Then click on this anchor point and start scaling immediately. So while doing that, that is how we do it. Then immediately you've seen that it's so perfect, and each point is attached to the curve the way you like it. Go back to your selection tool and click over there, and that releases the pen tool, so that you have this logo, this emblem like. So this is the emblem. Then we'll just swap here so that you can have this, so that you can see what you've just done using the pen tool. Then what I want you to do, just select this, go to your eyedropper, then come over here and click on this red color. Then there we have our red color. So that is how you can use it to draw the Arsenal logo. Although there are many forms you can draw this emblem, I'll just show you an example using another tool called the Shape Builder tool. So we'll unlock this and take it to the side. So let's say we want to achieve this shape, this Arsenal shape. You just come over here, ellipse tool, and we'll just draw 4 circles. 1, hold Alt and drag it on your right until it intersects. Then select the 2, then hold Alt to copy and drag it until it intersects at that point. So now you have this, and using this we have almost how many shapes? 1, 2, 3, 4, too many shapes. So let me show you how to achieve that. Just select the whole of this, go to your Shape Builder tool, then where this net is, ensure you hold Alt. Ensure first of all that you swap this to a fill, then just click over here at the shape which you want, then go back to your selection tool and drag this out. Select this and drag it out. So this is our emblem. And if you want to achieve this curve, this is easy. Just click on this, go to your direct selection tool, and I want you to play with these points. So first of all, we'll get rid of this anchor point using, go over here, right click and choose this one, delete anchor point. Now you can see it's a minus on the pen tool. So go to the anchor point which you want to delete. In this case, you want to delete this one, and click on this point. Now you have a straight line over here. Then go back to your selection tool and select the whole of this shape. Then go to your direct selection tool, and let's add a curve over here. And to add a curve over here, we'll use the Curvature tool. So click on the Curvature tool and come over here where there's this path and drag it like that. Drag it using Shift so that it goes on a straight line. So with the Arsenal, I think that is enough. So I'll just go back to the direct selection tool. Let us get rid of this, drag it to the side, and now this is what we've achieved using the Shape Builder tool. So with the Shape Builder tool, you can achieve such emblems, and that is just one example. So let's do another one using this one. Let's drag this one over here. Let's let's undo that. Ensure you select it as a whole, drag it over here, then go back to the shape builder tool, and let's extract another shape from these circles. So let's say we want to extract this shape. I'll just come here, ensure this one is a fill, swap it to a fill, then go over here, the shape which you want to extract, and click on that, and the shape already forms. Then click on this and drag it outwards. Then we can rotate this one. So that is our shape. We just made a shape from this. So let's make another shape from this. Select the whole of this, go to your shape builder tool, and let's say you want this shape. So I'll just click on, ensure this is a fill. I'll just click on this point, then go back to my selection tool and drag this point out. So this is another shape. So that is how we do it using the direct selection, the shape builder tool. So I'll just get rid of this, and even this, and I'll hide the Arsenal logo, and I'll bring in the YouTube logo. So with this, let us sketch it using our pen tool from what we've learned. So I'll just scale this to that, then ensure you lock your items so that while sketching it doesn't interfere with the process. So go back here, select your pen tool, and let's start with the curve over here. So I'll just click on this point and come over here. I want to achieve this curve. So ensure, if you want to achieve a curve, go to the, ensure you are on opposite sides. So like this one, I'll target it from here. I'll just click over here and start sketching out, start dragging out my pen tool, but as you can see that is not working. So I'll just undo. So first of all, ensure this is a stroke, then go back to your pen tool. Let's capture it from here, this point, then drag it, go to the point where you want to achieve the curve. So we want to achieve this curve, so I'll use this point, and then while clicking on this point, start dragging immediately. So that is it. Then return back to your anchor, because we have not yet finished. We want to go all around. So I'll just return here, then continue with the process. Come over here up to this point and drag it out so that we achieve the curve. So I'll just zoom in, then go back to my anchor. So I want to achieve this curve, so I'll just click on this end, and immediately I click on this point, I'll start dragging out, so like that. Then I'll click on this point, then I want to achieve this curve, so I'll click on this point and drag it out slowly to achieve that. Then I already achieved that. Then I'll go back to my anchor point, click on that point without leaving the pen tool. I'll just continue till I finish. Then I want to achieve this curve, so I'll come back here and drag it. Click and start dragging immediately to that point. Then go back to my anchor, click over there. Then I'll click on this end and start dragging out the curve, so something like that. Then I'll return to my anchor, click over there. I want to achieve this one, so I'll click on this point, start dragging out. until that you've seen that curve is achieved. So you just leave it at that. Go back to my anchor, then make sure the anchors join in the end. So we started at this point, ensure you end at the point where you started. So I'll just click on this and start dragging immediately. So that is it. So when immediately I click on the selection tool and click on this path, or let us hide this. So this is the path we've drawn, but we can fix these edges using the direct selection tool. We can fix here, just click on this anchor point and you'll see this dotted icon, and just click on this icon and drag it out. Then click on this anchor point, drag it out to create a curve. Then click on this side, drag it out, click on this point, drag it out. So this is it. I'll just select the whole of this and change it to a fill, a red color, and that is it, our YouTube button. So when I undo this, when I go back to our play button, this is how it is. So let us create this triangle over here. Click on this point, go to your pen tool, click on this point, and since this is a straight line, this is a straight item, we want to use the shift key. So click on this, hold shift, go to this point, click over there, then using your tool, pen tool, click on this point again, or click on that anchor point, then go back to this point, click on that point. So this is our, so let us hide this play button. So this is the item we just drawn. So I'll just make it white, and I'll come here and make this a fill. So that is our YouTube play button. That is how you use a pen tool to achieve this. So let us delete this and let us go to item number 3, the Nike logo. So you want to draw this using a pen tool. So I'll just lock this first of all. Go to my pen tool, click on this point. Let's achieve this curve. And what do we do with this curve? We'll just click over here and just drag it out until you achieve your desired curve. Just drag it out while checking. So I'll undo it again. So just pick your pen tool, click on this point. Let's achieve this curve. So I'll click over there and drag it. Immediately you click over here, start dragging out. So I'll click and start dragging out, and that's the curve. That's okay. I'll click, then I'll go back to my anchor point, click over there, then I'll straighten this up like that, ensure it's straight, click over there, then come back to this point, ensure you match these points. So click over here, then let's achieve this curve. And how do we do that? I'll go to this point over here and start dragging, click and start dragging out. So I'll just do that till you achieve that point. Then go back. To avoid this, go back the way it's appearing, go back to your anchor point and release it by clicking on this anchor point like that. so we can continue without the curve that was showing. So I'll just click over this point and start dragging out like that. And that is our Nike logo. So this is the part we've drawn. I'll just hide this. So this is what we've drawn, and if you've noticed, our Nike logo has some error over here. So what we'll do to fix that, select this item, go to your direct selection tool and click on this anchor, and this dotted icon will appear. Click on this dotted icon and drag it inwards. While you drag, you can see it's forming a curve. So immediately after you do that, click out undo, release the direct selection tool, and that is your Nike logo. So just fill this, select this one, make it a fill, and that is the Nike logo. So that is how we use a direct selection tool and a pen tool. If you love what you've done with that, if you've enjoyed this, make sure you subscribe and leave a like.